Yeah, you know how we do it. Only the best, yeah.
Welcome back to the Soft Life Table, where we talk about womanhood, relationships, confidence, self-worth, and the real things women experience but don't always say out loud. And today's topic is one that a lot of women will understand deeply. True, because today we are talking about the friend who secretly hates you. Not every person sitting close to you is happy for you. Not every friend clapping beside you is celebrating you from the heart. Some friends are not enemies in public, but they are not safe in private. And that one is more dangerous. Because at least when somebody openly dislikes you, you know where to stand. Today, we are talking about fake friends, jealousy, silent competition, copying, friends who celebrate your failure, and how to know when a friendship is no longer safe. I think one of the first signs is when your friend can smile with you, but they cannot celebrate you. Explain that one. They will smile when you tell them good news, but something feels missing. The joy is not full, the excitement is forced, you can feel the energy drop. Yes, their mouth says congratulations, but their spirit goes quiet. Some will even say congratulations like you offended them. Exactly, you tell them I got the job, and they say, oh, that's nice. No warmth, no excitement, no real interest. But let it be bad news. Suddenly, they have time, they have energy, they have voice notes, they have questions. That is painful. The friend who only becomes emotionally available when your life is difficult may not be a friend. Sometimes your struggle makes them comfortable because it keeps you at a level they can handle. Some friends like you more when you are still trying to find yourself, when you are still confused, still broke, still crying, still asking for advice. Because in that season, they feel useful, they feel ahead, they feel secure. But the moment you start rising, something changes. They become distant, or they start minimizing your progress. Everybody is doing that now. That job is not even all that. That business looks stressful. That man is probably not serious. That outfit is nice, but there is always a but. When someone cannot let your good news remain good news, pay attention. Because some people are not giving advice. They are trying to pour water on your fire. Let's talk about friends who copy you. Please, because some people will copy your whole personality and still act like you are the problem. Exactly, it's so annoying, right? Copying can be innocent sometimes. Friends influence each other, that is normal. Yes, if your friend likes your perfume and buys it, that is not always jealousy. But when she starts copying everything, your hairstyle, your captions, your dressing, your business idea, your pose, your tone, even how you laugh, my sister, something is going on. The issue is not inspiration. The issue is competition hidden inside imitation. Especially when they copy you but never credit you, never compliment you, and sometimes act like they did it first. Exactly. That one can pain somebody. A healthy friend can admire you without trying to erase you, but an insecure friend wants what you have while pretending they don't see your value. Silent competition can destroy friendship slowly. Because nobody says, I am competing with you. They just start acting strange. You buy something, they must buy something bigger. You post something, they must post something better. You share a win, they immediately bring up their own win. It stops feeling like friendship. It starts feeling like a scoreboard. And you begin to feel tired around them because every conversation becomes comparison. A friendship should not feel like you are constantly being measured, or like you have to hide your blessings so they don't feel bad. If you have to shrink every time you enter a friendship, that friendship is not safe. There are friends who are very calm when you are doing well, but suddenly excited when something goes wrong. Those ones hurt the most. Because they may not say, I am happy you failed, but their reaction exposes them. They ask too many details, they want the full gist, they keep bringing it up, they act concerned, but you can feel enjoyment, like they are feeding on the pain. Some people do not want you destroyed completely. They just want you low enough for them to feel comfortable again. That line is important. Some friends don't want you dead. They just don't want you higher than them. That is scary. That is why discernment matters. Watch who becomes energized by your struggle. Another sign is the friend who is always gossiping about other people. If she brings everybody's private business to you, your own business is also traveling somewhere. That is a simple truth many people ignore. Sometimes we think she trusts me, that's why she tells me everything. But no, sometimes she just lacks boundaries. And one day, you will become the topic. A loyal friend can discuss concerns without destroying someone's character, but a messy friend enjoys exposing people. There is a difference between seeking advice and spreading someone's shame. If she laughs while telling you another woman's pain, be careful. Because a person's treatment of other people is a preview of how they may treat you when your relationship changes. Can we talk about friends who insult you and then say, I'm just joking? That one is very common. A lot of truth hides inside disrespectful jokes. You're getting big, oh. You think you're all that now. This your business, let's see how long it lasts. You and these your big dreams. And when you say it hurts you, they make you feel too sensitive. That is manipulation. A joke should not consistently make you feel small. Once or twice, maybe we can talk. But if every joke is attacking your looks, your goals, your relationship, your confidence, your body, your money, that is not humor. That is bitterness wearing lipstick. Bitterness wearing lipstick. It sounds funny, but it is true. Some friendships are not friendships, they are convenience, meaning they only remember you when they need money, advice, connection, emotional support, a ride, a place to stay, or someone to listen. But when you need them, suddenly their phone is on spiritual retreat. Tola. No, because some people disappear like network in the village. Friendship should have mutual care. It does not have to be equal every day, but it should not be one pouring while the other person only collects. You can feel it when someone values what you do for them more than they value you. That feeling is information. I think one painful sign is when you start hiding good news from your own friend. Yes, that says a lot. Because friendship should feel like a safe place to share joy. But when you already know their energy will change, you begin to edit yourself. You stop saying too much, you avoid details, you celebrate quietly because you don't want them to feel some type of way. But why should your blessing become something you have to apologize for? That is the thing. If your success makes a friend uncomfortable every time, eventually your spirit will know before your mouth does. You will stop feeling free around them. And friendship without freedom is pressure. Jealousy does not always look loud. Sometimes it looks quiet. Quiet how? It can look like delayed replies when you share good news. It can look like changing the topic. It can look like giving dry compliments. It can look like pretending not to see your progress. Or watching all your stories but never supporting anything. That's one. They will view everything, every post, every win, every picture, but to like, to comment, to share, suddenly finger pain. Support is not always public, but consistent coldness is still a sign. Sometimes you can feel when a person is monitoring you, not supporting you. There is a difference. Some friends want access to every part of your life, like wanting to know everything, exactly, who you're dating, how much you make, who helped you, where you bought your clothes, what you're planning, what you're saving, who you're talking to, even your next move before you make it. Access without maturity can be dangerous, because not everybody can hold your information with care. A friend can love you and still not need to know everything. Some people are not asking because they care. They are collecting data. Collecting data, yes, data for comparison, data for gossip, data for jealousy, data for copying. That is why privacy is not secrecy. Privacy is protection. Some friendships don't have one big betrayal. They just slowly drain you. That is very real. After every conversation, you feel tired. After every visit, you feel heavy. You start feeling anxious before you pick their call. That is your body giving you a report. Peace is information too. When your nervous system does not feel safe around someone, pay attention. Sometimes you cannot explain it, but you know you are not relaxed. You don't need a court case before you step back from someone who drains you. Friendship should not constantly leave you recovering. There are also friends who get strange when you enter a relationship. That one happens a lot. Sometimes a friend becomes jealous because your attention is shifting, or because someone else is treating you well and they cannot stand it. They start planting fear. Are you sure he likes you? He looks like a player. Don't trust men. I don't like his vibe. Meanwhile, the man has done nothing. A good friend can warn you from love, but an insecure friend can warn you from jealousy. So how do you know the difference? A caring friend gives you clarity. A jealous friend gives you anxiety. That is the difference. Some people are only comfortable when your life is not moving too far ahead of theirs. That is painful, especially when you genuinely love them. They like you single because then you are available. They like you broke because then you are relatable. They like you confused because then they can advise you. But when you become stable, chosen, successful, peaceful, or confident, they begin to feel left behind. And instead of working on themselves, they resent you. That is when the friendship starts turning bitter. A healthy friend can be inspired by your growth. An unsafe friend feels threatened by it. A friend should not need you small in order to love you. How can someone test the friendship without creating drama? Observe what happens when you stop oversharing. And when you stop overgiving. Do they still check on you? Do they still value you when you are not useful? Do they respect your boundaries? Do they celebrate you when there is nothing in it for them? And maybe share small good news, then watch the reaction. Yes, watch the face before the words. The face often speaks first. That is true. You do not need to accuse anyone immediately. Just step back, observe patterns, and let time reveal what noise cannot. When you realize the friendship is unsafe, you don't always need a big announcement. Sometimes you just reduce access. Exactly. You can be polite and still be private. You can be kind and still create distance. Stop telling them everything. Stop running to them with your plans. Stop forcing deep conversations. Stop explaining your joy. And stop feeling guilty for protecting yourself. If you want to speak, you can say, I've noticed some things in this friendship that don't feel healthy for me anymore, so I'm taking space. Simple. No insult. No long court case. I agree. And if they react badly, that also confirms something. Sometimes the reaction to your boundary tells you why the boundary was needed. The hard part is when you still love the friend. Of course, ending or reducing a friendship can hurt like heartbreak, especially when you shared years, secrets, birthdays, tears, dreams. That is hard, but it is true. Some friendships were real for a season, but unhealthy for your future. And maturity is knowing when a season has ended. Let's give final advice. My advice is this: pay attention to how people react to your happiness. A true friend should not make you feel guilty for growing. If you have to hide your joy, your wins, your relationship, or your confidence, something is wrong. My advice: stop calling everybody your friend because you laugh together. Some people are only close because they have access. Watch how they talk about other people. Watch how they react when you win. Watch how you feel after being around them. Your spirit usually knows before your mouth can explain. My advice is this: choose friendships that feel safe, honest, peaceful, and mutual. A real friend will correct you without humiliating you, celebrate you without secretly resenting your growth. Friendship should not require you to become smaller. That is beautiful. And please, if the friendship is draining you, distance is not wickedness. Sometimes distance is wisdom. Thank you for joining us on the Soft Life Table. If this conversation reminded you of someone, or even reminded you of a season you survived, let us know in the comments. And tell us honestly, have you ever had a friend who secretly hated you? Share this episode with a woman who needs to trust her intuition about a friendship. And remember, safe friendship should give you peace, not anxiety. Not everybody close to you is for you. Until next time, protect your peace, protect your joy, and never shrink yourself to make someone else comfortable. That's so true, Amara. Absolutely.
Are you gonna dance you if I show you my money? Are you gonna dance you if I show you the way? Are you gonna dance you if I show you my pockets? Baby, are you gonna dance you if I show you my wallet?